As an artist, I've always been really amazed by cons and art markets because of the crowd that got to attend. The art booths, the cosplays, it all looked so cool to me. However, I say all this as someone who had only ever seen these things through pictures and videos, and not really as someone that actually got to go to these events, because I didn't really get to grow up in a place where these things happened, and it always made me so sad. The envy was so unreal. But I have since moved, and while I still haven't been able to go to a con, I did finally get to table at my first ever art market last December. A mutual who I've known for a while now messaged me asking if I wanted to table with them at Patron of the Arts Winter. And it caught me so off guard. Like, I flipped when I read these messages. Bota has been something that I've been eyeing for a while now, but I never got to apply for any of their events due to school and generally just not knowing anything about art markets. Same for any of the other events that happen in Manila. Despite my lack of knowledge, I did say yes, especially since school was out of the way for me, aka I dropped out. So, you know, I had a lot of time on my hands and I had months to prepare for this. But when Pota Winter was just a couple weeks away, I was really starting to stress out. I seriously felt like I had no idea what the freak I was doing. But when it finally happened, oh my god. Unfortunately, I don't have any video footage of the event. I was just really busy and stressed out and preoccupied by everything that was happening, so I really have nothing to show for it, but I had so much fun. It was really amazing and so cool to be around so many artists and people who just love art in general, and also so many gay people. There were so many gay people, so many gay art people. It was beautiful. The people that came up to my booth were also so nice, and I know I met some of you guys, so if you're watching and you were there, hi, you're kind of awesome. And I even got fan art, which is so insane. I didn't expect to receive anything from customers at all, so please know that it seriously made my day. Like, I have them up on my wall and everything. Ugh. Needless to say, it was an amazing experience. Was I stressed the fuck out? Yes. Was I insanely tired and getting feverish symptoms already just by the end of day one? Yes. And I would go through it again. And so I am, because I am going to Comicette BGC. By the time I put this video up, Comicette BGC has already come and gone, so sorry if you didn't know when you wanted to go. I was really busy prepping. In prepping for Comicette, I kept in mind all of the mistakes that I did during Pota. So let's go through those right now. First of all, I didn't plan much out at all for Pota Winter, and this really caused me to freak out and stress so much about my stock and what I would draw, etc. In general, it just caused so much stress for me, which is why this time I decided to make a spreadsheet for my merch. My biggest mistake in terms of merch was that I ordered my first batch of stickers overseas when I could have easily gotten them done with local printing services, since they're literally just stickers. Luckily, I didn't do that for all my stickers though, so we're good. It ended up fine. It's okay. This time around, I made sure to order all of my stickers and prints from local shops, and they ended up so good. I actually just got them today. I got some pins, some business cards, and price tags for my booth. Last time I just wrote the prices down on sticky notes and they didn't look too good, but they did the job, so. I also decided to design a logo to have as signage. And while I didn't plan for anything more than what I've just shown you, here's a little review of some other stuff that I got done. ARTIX offers manufacturing services for acrylic products like charms and standees. They also offer stickers, button pins, and mouse pads. Here are the things that I got done from ARTIX. Heart magnet charms, plush button pins, and lastly, ripple charms. Everything turned out very nice. The plush button pins are very soft. The charms, the colors look very good. However, there is one issue I have with the charms. They seem to have some dust in between the acrylic, so just take that with a grain of salt. It's not very noticeable, but you know, something to consider. Thank you again to ARTIX for sending me these. So now I've got my stickers, prints, charms, pins, and all of my signage. One more merch type that I now have in my catalog though are candy. I've been really inspired by Meat Flavors on Twitter lately with all the candy he makes, and jewelry has been a thing I've been wanting to make for some time now since I really love accessories. I love accessorizing. For even more context, I guess, I used to be a loom bands kid and would literally wear so many loom bands on my arms they'd nearly go all the way up to my elbows. Candy making has been really therapeutic for me. I really love it. I've admittedly been in a really bad rut with my art lately because of school and commissions, so having another medium to put out my creative juices has been really nice and refreshing. I'm really glad that it's something I've started doing. I really love it. Definitely go check out Meat Flavors and support him. He makes really cool stuff. It's awesome. I love his candy so much. So now, with all the merch out of the way, I had about a week left to prepare for the event, which was spent practicing my setup and also finishing up other things that I needed, like my logo and my prices, and also, very last minute, my ever so famous Hacheware tip box. After that, May 2 came, and it was time for Comicette. The event turned out really good. This time I was tabling with my friend and oomph Dayfini, so be sure to go follow her. Yay! She's awesome. It was a 3-day event, but foot traffic was surprisingly pretty consistent throughout. It was insanely busy for most of it. Like, it was packed sometimes. Anyways, yeah. Foot traffic was really great, and I was surprised at how busy Friday already was. Usually I hear people say that Fridays are much slower, and I mean, maybe it was, and I just can't really tell. My first sale for the whole thing ended up being the biggest sale of the whole event. They mentioned that they've been a fan for some time now, so if you're watching this, they noticed my ever so famous Hacheware tip box, and then they gave me a little Chikawa figure. It's so cute. I freaked out when they gave me this. It's so cute. I'm a sucker for little trinkets, if you can't already tell by my booth setup. They got so much stuff, it took me forever to give them their whole order because I was trying to log it into my POS also that I ended up never using ever again for the entire rest of the event because it was just so busy and it was too stressful to deal with on my own. It was so much. I never used it again. I sold out so many of my stickers. Like, oh my god. Most of the new stuff that I made sold out. I did not expect that. Even the ones that I wasn't expecting to sell out at all. The sticker sheet I made of my Sona sold out. My Jinx stickers, I think, sold out on the first day. My other stuff didn't do as well as my stickers, but my print of Ashanj, my OCs, was also nearly sold out. I literally just have one left of it. I did not expect that, but I'm very glad because I'm very proud of that piece. Going back to the ever so famous Hacheware tip box, people really liked it. I didn't get an insane amount of tips, but a good amount nonetheless. And a lot of people stopped by to look at it and laugh, and a couple more took pictures of it before leaving. And they didn't really buy anything, but I was still really happy to know that people liked it so much, especially since it was a very last minute decision. I was also really glad and pleasantly surprised that more people that knew me came by to buy stuff and just support me. I seriously appreciate appreciate it. One of you gave me a letter and I read it and it is so super sweet. Thank you so much. I love it so much. Another one of you mentioned how my own journey with gender has been really helpful in your own identity. And I'm gonna be honest, it almost made me cry on the spot. It really, really meant the world to me. If you're listening, I wish you the absolute best from one trans kid to another. Everyone was so insanely nice, and I really loved talking with all the people that stopped by. No matter how short or long our conversation was, I really appreciated it. I also managed to round up the courage to talk to more artists that were also tabling. A couple stopped by for trades or gifts, and I also stopped by some specific booths to give some extra stock when the third day was ending. I also managed to trade stuff and talk with some of my booth neighbors, and they were so fucking nice. Everyone's so nice! Everyone's so nice! Me when I'm met with the kindness of humanity, fuck my ever-loving life. Comicette was really, really fun, but you can imagine how insanely tired I was by the end of each day. Surprisingly though, I did not get sick by the end of the third, so that's a win. Thank you again to everyone that stopped by to support me and my table mate. It really, really means the world. I loved meeting everyone. I loved talking to everyone. I loved all the little interactions I had with people. It was so, it was awesome. I love tabling. I love boothing. I'm so happy that I've started doing this. I really hope that I get to table at more events this year and the year after and just forever. Yay! Thank you so much again also to ARTIX for sending me merch. It was really, really lovely being able to sell these at Comicette. And thank you of course to all of my very, very lovely Patreon supporters. Your support means so much to me. Yeah. Yay! Okay, bye!